Hi guys, Vulkan He is done. What a beautiful miniature. Do you know what? I think I've uploaded just over 100 videos now, and I've probably on at least 50% of them that I've painted miniature. I'll probably actually say that same thing, what a beautiful miniature. But you know, I'll say what I think. You know, this is why I paint miniatures, because I love the detail. I'm a real sucker for it, and if that cape hasn't got detail in abundance, I don't know what has. I've really enjoyed painting it, to be fair. I took way longer painting this model than most models I've ever painted, and not because of Vulkan He, because I tried so many different things for this, because I really wanted Cadaver to be happy with it, and I had a few mishaps. You know, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to tell you exactly what went wrong. Painting the base here, I did quite a bit of source lighting on the concrete or rock or whatever you want to call it there, the ground, and it just started to look tacky and detracted from the model. So in the end, I repainted over everything, and I just went for a very subtle bounce highlight just underneath the plank there. You might see a tiny tinge of red, red, and I think it's much better to go subtle on the bases than all out there. The simple reason is you want everyone to look at the miniature. You don't want bounce reds and orange, which I did originally have there. It just looked too, you know, garish, and it looked a bit cartoony and tacky, so I took that right down. I actually painted the whole of this model, and I had a quick email from Cadaver saying he wanted the tones of Vulkan to be a little lighter, and he said, you know, you can leave it, you know, it wasn't a problem. But I thought, you know, this is a commission, he's asked me to do it, and he's paid me very kindly, and you know, I'm going to be getting some cool model out of this, so you know, I definitely went ahead and did that. So it took a little longer to do that, but I think the model's not suffered for it at all, really. I paint so thin anyway, so an extra few layer of paints are not going to kill the miniature. Anything else of note? The power saw might be picked up on camera a bit better now, because it's not got that stupid high gloss wet looking varnish. Gloss varnish does have its advantages, power swords and gems. And if anyone hasn't seen that, I've just actually finished watching Marnius's new video on his Tyranids, and they're wicked. That is a pure example of where a gloss varnish looks ace, but not so much on the spear tip there of Vulkan. But yeah, what an awesome miniature to paint. I was dreading it at first, although I've had a commission from Cadaver before, and he's been more than a pleasure to work with. The whole brief was trying to get it to look similar to the GW painting, and just the thought of painting the cloak sent a shiver down my spine, if I'm honest. But I think it's turned out quite well, I really do. Sometimes I can get results similar to the GW websites. I don't think this one looks as good, if I'm completely honest. It just shows you the talent and the skill implied by the heavy metal team there. So it's nice to set yourself a target. If there's one thing that I dislike about this miniature, I will tell you. I don't pull my punches, I'll say it as I see it. I hate the flames on this backpack thing here. If this was just a round circle that was completely round without these flames, it'd be beautiful. I spent more time painting this backpack flames than I spent on any of the other model. I painted it 3 times. I was so unhappy with the results I was getting with the airbrush, with my paintbrush. I started with black down there, like the burning embers of the flames, and black at the top where smoke started to form, and I don't know, I don't like it. If it was my Vulkan He, if I'm completely honest, which it isn't, I would have chopped that banner pole off, and I would have either put an iron halo for his invulnerable save that he's got straight on the top of the banner pole, possibly a banner, but yeah, those flames coming off there, I don't know, but that's just me, you know. Other people might love it. Other than that, the cape's probably the nicest cape I've personally seen on a miniature. The actual helmet is awesome. And the spear, I mean, do we need to say anything else about that spear? It's just a nice miniature. I painted the base up, and added a tiny bit of source light underneath that plank there that you can see. That's another case of me spending more time than needed, because I was experimenting, and I did a lot of bounce source lighting all on the wood there, and all this was all red and orange, how the light was bouncing straight off the lava. But it started to look a bit cartoony, a little too OTT, and it detracted from the miniature. So I repainted the base and, you know, the wood to get rid of all that, and I just hit the very underside, just where the crack and the lava's forming, just to give a very subtle bounce light. And I think it does more justice sometimes adding a tiny little hint of detail than actually going all out there and spraying all sorts of bits and bobs on your miniature and, you know, making it look, you know, too fancy. You know, it's a word that I've got at the moment, but obviously there's a better word that I could have used. But yeah, like I say, huge thank you to Cadavery for giving me this commission. I really hope you like it, and unfortunately this is going to be my last commission for some time, for at least a month. I've got so much to be getting on with, and I'm also left with a little conundrum that in my next video I'm going to try and get my YouTubers to help me out with. I don't know what to do next, even though I've got a lot to do. That sounds confusing, but we'll go over that in the next one. This one's for Cadavery, so we won't speak about that too much now. So all in all, hope you really enjoy this, and yeah, catch you in the next one, guys. And again, huge thanks to Cadavery for giving me the opportunity to paint Vulkan. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.